I remember very clearly in the early 1940s when I was at school and the chemistry teacher came into the class and he said, "Boys, you are very, very lucky. We have progressed technologically. We used to say the earliest stage was the Stone Age, and that was followed by the Bronze Age, and following that was the Iron Age, and then came the Steam Age. But you will grow up in a new age. You lucky people, you're going to grow up in the age of plastic." And we looked at him and thought of him, and then he went on and said, "Plastic is this marvelous material. It can be molded in all kinds of ways, serve all kinds of purposes. And most remarkable of all, it is virtually indestructible." And he didn't say, and we didn't say, and as far as I can make out, no one said, but what happens then if you can't destroy it? Now, the world globally is producing every year 400 million tons of plastic. And over 10 million tons of that goes into the ocean every year. And I won't go on about the hideous consequences of this, both to humanity and to the life in the seas upon which we depend, because Joe, who's following me, will do that. In the beginning years, first years of this new millennium, I was invited to work on a program called Blue Planet. And my contribution was limited simply to the words. There was a whole team of people who started to try and chart the life of the sea and what was happening to the life of the sea. And that film illustrated very well the problems of plastic and what we were doing to the ocean as a part. The main part was about to show you what was going on in the sea. And that remained, and it made a certain impact, I suppose. It was a series called Blue Planet. And one of the production team, a very remarkable woman in my book, was so moved by what she discovered when she was researching for that film about plastic, that she actually gave up her job and decided that she would work herself, one woman. She would get on with it and do something about rousing the nation's conscience. Because all that plastic we produce in this country, and this is a matter of shame, is it not? All this plastic we try to dispose of, but actually we can't. And we export it to other countries around the world to ask them to do our dirty work and wash our hands of the matter. China has refused to have it at last. Where's it going to go? That's one of the problems that has yet to be faced. But now, let me introduce you to that woman who was as a consequence of her work that we produced a sequel to Blue Planet. It was called Blue Planet 2. And for reasons which I cannot identify, for some reason or other, it rang a bell. For some reason or other, the correspondence which we received about the one short sequence about plastic was almost overwhelming.